Om Vakratunda Mahakaya Surya Koti Samaprabha Nirvighna Kuru Me Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada Saraswati Namastuvyam Arade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Bhavatu Me Sada Gurave Sarvalokanam Vishaje Bhavaroginam Nidhaye Sarvavidyanam Dakshinamurtaye Namaha Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavat Vyaptadehaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha Sadashivasamarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavat Padam Shankaram Lokashankaram Sakshat Kritam Dayanandam Paramarthasvarupinam Tattvajnana Prashastaram Pranatosmi Param Padam Om Sahana Bhavatu Ahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhetamastu ma vidvishavahai Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Class number 12. In the introduction to Vedanta, we have seen the topic Purushartha, Dharmartha, Kama Moksha iti Chaturvida Purushartha we have seen, discussed elaborately on the 4 human goals. After that, we have taken up the topic Pramanam. The word Pramanam is an important word in Vedanta because Shastram is a Pramanam. Vedanta is a Pramanam. So what Pramanam is, how Vedanta is Pramanam, all these things must be known. Then only you will have Shraddha towards the Shastram. Shraddha towards the Shastra. As you have Shraddha towards your eyes, you don't doubt your eyes. Do you doubt your eyes? What you see? You see a blue sky. The sky is blue. You see in the night the shining full moon. You don't doubt. You don't mistake it for Surya. It is Pratyaksham, directly perceived by your eyes. There is not even a tinge of doubt with regard to the vision. Not only vision, even with regard to your hearing. When somebody talks about you, let us say bad, something which is not desirable, then based on what you heard. You ask the person, what is a pramana? How do you know? I heard. I heard. It is pratyaksham. How can I know that you are talking something about me behind my back? I heard. Eavesdropping. Pramanam. The knowledge gained through pratyaksha pramanam. Any knowledge you gain, it's all by operating this pratyaksha pramanam. Science totally depends on this pratyaksha pramanam. What we call science, it, it is based on pratyaksha pramanam, and based on pratyaksham, the other pramanams are used. First five pramanams, pratyaksham, anumanam, arthapatti, upamanam, anupalapti. These five pramanams are handled, they come under the scope of science. Therefore, any knowledge you gain, any knowledge in the transactional world you gain, that is through pratyaksham. To start with, it is pratyaksham. Shabda, sparsha, rupa, rasa, gandha. Five things are there. Shabda, sparsha, rupa, rasa, gandha. Five sense objects. The world, entire prapancha is nothing but made of this five only. Anything you say, it can be either come under this category, one of the category, or one or two. Shabda, sparsha, rupa, or one or two, or more, a combination of one. Be one, more than one. Shabda, sparsha, rupa, rasa, gandha. For shabda, for sound, for dhvani, ears. We listen. Ears are used. So ears are the pramana. Pramakaranam pramana. That which generates knowledge. Ears generate the knowledge. Knowledge of what you hear. Eyes is a pramana. Generates knowledge with regard to what you see. Similarly, nose. How do you know a rose is fragrant? You use the nose. The knowledge that the rose is fragrant gained through operating the pratyaksha pramanam nasika. So the fragrance is there outside, and the pramanam to know the fragrance is available with you. Bhagavan has given. Fragrance is there. Rose has fragrance. Gandha is there. And for Gandha, Bhagavan has given you the nose to operate and smell it. And when the sense organs operate, sense organs cannot give you knowledge on its own. There is no choice for the sense organs to present knowledge as they like. Sense organs, they report about the sense objects. They give you the knowledge of the things, of the objects of the world as they are. As they are. Sense organs are faithful reporters. They are faithful reporters, not like the media reporters. They present the data as they are. And you have no choice in not knowing it. You have no choice in rejecting it. When the mother cooks some dish, then it's a very delicious dish, and the sound comes to your study room. Can you deny that knowledge? My mother cooks something delicious. You cannot deny that knowledge. However you try, you cannot deny that knowledge and deny that my mother is cooking something delicious because it smells so sweet. Sweet smelling smell, from that, it is direct perception. It is direct perception. Therefore, without operating the sense organs, without operating the Pratyaksha Pramanam, no transactions are possible. That is why Pratyaksha Pramanam is called Mula Pramanam. It's called Mula Pramanam. If one Pramanam is not there, you are devoid of getting one knowledge, one particular knowledge. A blind person, he doesn't have eyes, therefore, he is devoid of gaining knowledge through vision. He has got only four means of knowledge, four pratyaksham now, four pratyaksha pramana. So one is not there, eyes are not there. Similarly, if ears are not functioning, if the person is deaf, one means of knowledge gone. That is why we complain when we grow old. I could not see clearly. I'm not able to hear because the sense organs are slowly, as we grow, we age, either they stop functioning or they don't function as they should be. Therefore, we have problem in gaining the correct knowledge. It is the problem of the problem with the sense organ which are not operative as we grow. So therefore, the sense organs has to be intact. On this New Year day, let us all pray to Bhagavan that the sense organs be totally functional as long as we live. They are very important. Vision is important as long as we live. The vision is important and hearing is important. If hearing doesn't function properly, then we would not be able to listen to the class. Shravanam cannot happen. Knowledge cannot be gained. Even the knowledge what you gain, I speak, you hear. There is a communication, there's a transaction. My words reach you. My words, you hear my words, and the knowledge takes place. Can you can you receive, can you understand the knowledge differently from what I say? Impossible. That is why if the person is it's completely present in the class with his hearing completely backed up by the mind, his mind is completely, it doesn't go here and there, it's completely with the hearing, ears, then the knowledge has to take place. So therefore, all the sense organs, they should be functional. It's very important. Even our Shastram says, when we go to Swargaloka, because of some punya what we gained, either in this Janma or previous Janma, there you gain a special body, special sense organ. Why people want to go to Swargaloka? Whether you accept Swargaloka or not is a different thing. But there are many rituals, yagas, yajnas prescribed in the Shastram to go to Swargaloka. Every religion talks about Swargaloka. They have got some idea about Swarga. They call it as heaven, and we call it as Swarga. For some religion, heaven is the ultimate thing. Going to heaven is the ultimate thing. But for us, it is not like that. For us, going to Swarga, it's not permanent. Swargaloka cannot be permanent. Similarly, Narakaloka is not permanent. It is a place which you reach by a special body, and you can stay there for a certain period of time. It is based on your punya palam. You can stay there in Swargaloka or in Narakaloka based on punya and papa respectively for a certain period of time that is fixed. And there you are endowed with a special body, special sense organs, and the enjoyments are very refined. So even within the special body, you have got special sense organs to enjoy. Therefore, the sense organs, they do two things. One is, with the sense organs, we enjoy the objects of the world. Second thing is, we gain knowledge of the objects of the world. Two main important functions. For any enjoyment, you need the sense organs to be intact. And for gaining the knowledge of anything, you need the sense organ to be intact. So therefore, sense organs are very important. To pray for the sense organs to be intact as long as we live is not a bad thing, it is a good thing. I should have a good hearing capacity so that I may continue to listen to the Shastra. By listening, I gain knowledge. All my doubts are getting cleared one by one. Therefore, we understand the importance of pratyaksham. And we talked about another pratyaksham also, where the sense organs are not involved. You know it. How do you know? You know it. You, as the witness, the sakshi, you know it. You feel hungry. How do I know that you feel hungry? I cannot know. Only you know. And you are angry also because of anger. You are angry. That also you only know. But only when you express the anger, I may come to know. But before the anger is expressed, you know that anger is slowly rising in you. You know it. Similarly, love, compassion, any emotions, all this, any emotions, and also all the feelings like the anger, thirst, everything is known to you. You are there and you know it. That is also pratyaksham. But the pratyaksham without sense organs, it is called sakshi pratyaksham. Sakshi means the witness. The witness of the emotions, the feelings, or even the thought. You entertain a lot of thoughts. Chitta vritti happens. Many things you think. You think either voluntarily or involuntarily. Involuntarily, it happens. Mind thinks a lot of things. Sometimes it's all irrelevant. So many things come. That's why you complain. Mind is not in my control. When I want to focus on my study, or when I want to have my mind completely with myself, and during meditation, the mind doesn't obey because mind, it is entertains a lot of vritti thoughts. Thoughts are uncontrolled thoughts. Who knows that? Who knows that the thoughts are present? You know. You being there, you perceive, you witness the thought, and that is a perception. That is called sakshi pratyaksham. So we operate through these two pratyaksham. For sakshi, there are no involvement of sense organs. And for indriya pratyaksha, sense organs involvement is there. So operating this moola pramanam, that is pratyaksha pramanam, we gain knowledge. And based on this, based on the data provided by the sense organs, now you operate the other means of knowledge and you gain knowledge. And we saw in the last class the second pramanam, that is anumana pramanam. Ma is there. Ma is knowledge, to know. Manam means knowing. Anu, knowing after. Knowing after what? Anu, it's a prefix. In Sanskritam, it's called upasarga. So, knowing after. That is, after you gain the knowledge provided by the sense organs, you work on that. You work on that, and further, the knowledge is gained. The knowledge of something which is inferred through reasoning, logical reasoning, based on the data provided by the sense organs. First, you gain the knowledge from the sense organs. That knowledge is not final. Based on that knowledge, now you do reasoning, logical reasoning. Then you arrive at the the correct knowledge. So that is called Anumana Pramanam. Sense organs present the data to the person, and the person now he uses his logical reasoning capacity to understand the object clearly. Because all the time what sense organs provide need not be the final knowledge. In all the cases, it's not like that. What sense organs report is the knowledge, but there are some certain things that knowledge is not final. It has to be, to arrive at the final knowledge, we have to work on the knowledge provided by the sense organs. We have to work on the data provided by the sense organs. I gave an example for Anumana. It's a stock example. The tradition we give this example. You see a smoke on the top of the mountain. That is pratyaksha. You see the smoke. Do you see the fire? No. Fire is not seen. If fire is seen, then you know the mountain is on fire. But you see only the smoke and you infer the mountain is on fire. How do you know this? What does sense organ do? Sense organ, they present the data that the mountain is on fire. You see this cloud of smoke on the top of the mountain. That is what sense organs. Eyes, they present only that data. That is valid. That is the scope of eyes. Yes. But with that knowledge, do you stop there? No. If you want to climb the mountain, you want to enjoy the beauty of the forest, you don't climb the mountain now because you see the smoke now. So you are afraid. The mountain could be on fire. See, even though you don't see the fire, but still you infer that mountain is on fire. That is Anumana. So based on the smoke, you infer. Based on the knowledge of smoke presented by the sense organ eyes, you infer the knowledge that the mountain is on fire. So this inference is called Anumana Pramanam, separate means of knowledge. The mountain is on fire is not provided by the Pratyaksha Pramanam. It is not Pratyaksham. If it's Pratyaksham, then you don't have to use your buddhi to arrive at the knowledge. You work on the knowledge presented by the sense organs and arrive at the new knowledge. That cannot be verified by Pratyaksha. Therefore, Anumanam is a separate means of knowledge. When do you apply this Anumanam? When you want to ascertain the existence of a certain thing which are not available for your direct perception, you use this Pramanam, Anumana Pramanam. Parvataha Vanniman. Parvataha Vanniman. Mountain is on fire. How do you know? Dhumavatvad. Because Dhuma, smoke is there. Parvataha Vanniman Dhumavatvad. What is the connection between the smoke and the fire? If there is no connection, then how can you infer? You cannot infer. Therefore, there must be connection between the fire and the smoke. Fire you don't see, but smoke you see. Therefore, connection is there. And how do you know the connection? And that knowledge, the connecting knowledge that you must have already, that knowledge you must have already gained in different situations. In the Yagashala, when they do the Yaga, the Homa, the Kriya, when they offer the Aguti to the fire, Ghrutam and all, you see smoke. Fire is there, therefore smoke comes. Even you infer the presence of fire in the Agnikunda through the smoke. Smoke is there, therefore fire must be there. So you have seen it. Being a Vaidika, you are doing a lot of yajna, the karma regularly, therefore you have this knowledge. And if you are not even a Vaidika person, even in your kitchen you have seen this. When the mother cooks, you see The smoke. Smoke is how does smoke come? Because mother does the cooking, fire. In those days, they use firewood for cooking. So therefore, that knowledge is there. That knowledge, what knowledge? That is, fire is the cause of smoke. Therefore, you arrive. Therefore, you arrive at the conclusion. Wherever fire is there, smoke must be there. Yatra yatra agnihi, tatra tatra dhumaha. That knowledge already you have. That knowledge is called vyaptihi, vyapti jnanam. Vyapti jnanam is invariable concomitance. You cannot separate these two. There is no smoke plus fire. Maybe that may be scientifically possible nowadays because we have a lot of other chemicals and all invented. But in the tradition, we say wherever smoke is there, fire must be there. So the hetu, the cause is fire. The cause is fire, and the effect is the smoke. The cause is fire. Fire is there, therefore smoke is there. Smoke is the effect. So therefore, hetu, cause is there. So cause and effect relationship, yatra yatra vannihi tatra tatra dhumaha. That is called vyapti jnanam. So therefore, applying this vyapti jnanam, now you infer that the mountain must be on fire. That is called inference. Seeing the fire, seeing the smoke in the kitchen, my mother cooks. Fire is there, therefore smoke comes. That is the drishtanta. Drishtanta means example. That is the drishtanta. The experience. The experience, it strengthens my vyapti jnanam. What is the vyapti jnanam? Wherever fire is, there must be smoke. That is the vyapti jnanam. That vyapti jnanam is strengthened by my experiences. Example, fire in the kitchen or fire in the yagashala. These are the drishtanta, the examples. Therefore, for the vyapti jnanam, you will have some drishtanta, some example. For vyapti jnanam, there must be some drishtanta, there must be some example, there must be some experience for you to arrive at the vyapti jnanam. Suppose if drishtanta contradicts the vyapti jnanam, if a drishtanta, if your experience contradicts the vyapti jnanam, then anumana pramanam cannot be applied. Anumana pramanam loses its validity. When there is an example, a drishtanta, where you could see the fire without, where you could see the smoke without fire, then there, this vyapti jnanam, yatra yatra vadnihi tatra tatra dhumaha, that is, wherever fire is, there is smoke. That doesn't hold good. It's not valid. Then anumana pramanam loses its validity. If the drishtanta contradicts, if your experience contradicts the vyapti jnanam, then anumana pramanam cannot be applied. Therefore, for applying anumana pramanam, you must have a drishtanta, an example, or some experience. So this way of gaining knowledge of a thing is called anumana pramanam, inferential knowledge. This is called inferential knowledge. So based on the vyapti jnanam, you arrive at the conclusion. The conclusion is the mountain must be on fire. That is the conclusion siddhanta based on the vyapti jnanam. So this knowledge is called inferential knowledge. Logical deduction of this knowledge based on the data provided by the perceptual things, perceptual evidence. In fact, this anumana pramanam we apply in all walks of life. We apply this. Even doctor applies this. The doctor, he doesn't see your vyadi, your disease through his sense organ. Through his eye, he doesn't see your vyadi, your disease. He infers. Infers based on the symptom. Based on symptom, he infers that you may have this problem. Even in investigation and all, this anumanam is applied. Without anumanam, no policeman can identify, can catch the culprit. If the person is killed, how do the police did not see the crime directly? Based on the wound, based on the wound in the body, the police infers. If there is no wound in the body, there is only a mark on the neck, then the police infers the person must have committed suicide. A mark on the head, it shows that must be suicide. So all these are what? Anumanam. So therefore, this anumanam, it is used. It is used in our daily life. Scientists use, and policemen use, doctors use, even we use in our daily life. Based on the tone of the person, we infer whether the person is angry or is normal. Anumanam. When we approach our boss, based on the tone of the boss to another person, we infer that the boss must be angry or he must be in a jolly mood. So maybe the right time to go and ask for something. You apply the Anumana Pramanam. So therefore, Anumanam is an important Pramanam which we apply in our everyday life. After this Anumana Pramanam, now comes the Arthapattihi. The next Pramanam is Arthapattihi. What is Arthapattihi? Anyata Anupapattihi Arthapattihi. Not available for direct knowledge. Not available for direct knowledge. Based on the data provided by the sense organs. Based on the data provided by the sense organ, the immediate cognition, you arrive at the facts of a certain thing or a person or situation. You arrive at some certain fact that you don't know. That is the unknown facts. The unknown facts are known. The unknown facts of a thing are known based on the immediate cognition. It is called Arthapatthi. In English, they translate it as supposition or presumption. But let us use this word, Arthapatthi. It is a good word. Anumanam, this Arthapatthi, like Anumanam, it is based on the Pratyaksha Pramanam, based on the Mula Pramanam, based on the data provided by the sense organs. You arrive at the unknown facts of a thing. Then you may ask, what is the difference between Anumanam and Arthapatthi? Anumanam also is same thing. Anumanam also, we do the same thing. The unknown facts are known based on the immediate perception. And here also it is same. No, they are different. Arthapatthi, you can say it is a two-step inference. It is also an inference, but with two steps. Like Anumanam, Arthapatthi is also an indirect knowledge. By operating the Arthapatthi, we get indirect knowledge. But this Arthapatthi involves two steps. Two-step inferential knowledge. That is called Arthapatthi. Anumanam is inferential knowledge. Two-step inferential knowledge is called Arthapatti. You will understand this. We give an example. In the Anumanam, we saw the stock example. I saw the smoke at the top of the mountain. Therefore, I inferred fire. Anumanam. Now, for this, I'll give another example. From that, you will understand the difference. There is a person with the name Devadatta. Devadatta is a person. In the tradition, when we give stock example, we use these names. Devadatta, Yajnadatta, Somadatta. All these are nice names. These are names generally they use when they give example. They will not just give Ramu, Sumo and all. Peter, Joseph. They give these names. Devadatta, Yajnadatta, Somadatta. Iti. Now this person, Devadatta, I watch him during the day. I watch him during the daytime. He doesn't eat. He doesn't consume anything, not even water. The whole day he is under my supervision. I see him, he doesn't consume anything. What happens when you don't consume anything? If you don't consume for a day, it is fine. For 2 days also, it is fine. But if you don't consume anything for days together, what will happen? You will not be able to maintain the same energy and the weight. All your sense organs will slowly lose its energy, stop functioning. But this Devadatta seems to be an exception. He doesn't lose weight as as the weight was before. So the same weight, even when he doesn't consume anything during the day, he doesn't lose weight, and his sense organs are are in perfectly operational, perfect condition. He is highly energetic. He participates in sports. He jumps and runs with a lot of energy. So all day I watched him, and he doesn't eat anything, and he continues for days together. At the same time, see, he doesn't consume food during the daytime because I am the proof, because I watched him. Therefore, it is a fact. The fact is the person doesn't eat anything, even water. He doesn't drink even water. That is a fact, one fact. And I'm the proof for that. Because I see with my eyes. This is one fact. And now the second thing what I'm arrive at is observing him. That is, in spite of non-eating, the person doesn't lose weight. The person is normal as he was before. Nothing changes for the person. He is fine, is energetic, is dynamic. So this is another fact. For that also I am the proof. I am the proof. So now these two facts. One fact is he doesn't eat. Another fact is he doesn't lose weight. Are these two things not contradictory? The two facts are contradictory facts. If the person doesn't eat during the day, during the whole day, because I observe him during the day, person doesn't eat for days together, what will happen to the person? He will put down his weight. That is a fact. It's a fact, scientific fact. Devadatta doesn't eat during the day. That is a fact. That is pratyaksham. And Devadatta doesn't lose weight. He is fine as he was before. All his sense organs are fine. They're highly operational. That is also a fact. That is also a pratyaksham. So these two pratyaksham, the two knowledges what I gained by pratyaksham, they are contradictory. They are contradictory. If what the eyes report, if what the eyes report, it is contradictory, then how can I believe my eyes? How can I believe my eyes? How can I consider that eyes are as the pratyaksha pramanam? Because what I see, what knowledge I gained through operating my eyes, it contradicts with the scientific fact. The scientific fact being, if the person doesn't eat for days together, he will put down his weight. So therefore, there is a contradiction between two pratyakshams. Between two pratyakshams. So therefore, now what will you do? How are you going to reconcile the two knowledges, two facts gained through pratyaksham? We apply arthapattihi. What is that? Devadatta, I watch him the whole day, he doesn't eat. But he must be eating during the night. He must be eating during the night. Nighttime he goes to his room and locks the room. And I don't know what he does in the room. I don't see that. So what I infer is Devadatta must be eating during the night. This fact is arrived at by applying the simple logic. If the person doesn't eat for days together, he must put on weight. The person doesn't eat for days together, but he doesn't put on his weight. Therefore, he must be eating in the night. Because nighttime I don't watch him. I have not seen him eating during the. I've not seen him eating during the daytime. I'm the proof for it. And I have not seen him eating during the night also. During the night also, I have not seen him eating. But since he doesn't put down his weight, therefore I conclude he must be eating in the night. So, if Devadatta has put down weight because of not eating, then I can use Anumana Pramanam. Anumana Pramanam. He doesn't eat, therefore he puts down weight. That is Anumana Pramanam. The cause is non-eating and the effect is reduction in weight. Cause is there, effect is there. Anumana Pramanam. Why does he lose weight? Because he doesn't eat. Cause is there. Like the mountain is on the fire. How do you know? Because I see the smoke. You can apply the Anumana Pramanam and arrive at the conclusion that Devadatta has put on weight because he doesn't eat. He doesn't eat, that you see. And therefore you can infer that Devadatta must be putting down weight after some time. That is Anumanam. You cannot apply that Anumanam here because Devadatta doesn't lose weight. He still maintains his weight. He is still active. Non-eating has caused him thin. Non-eating has caused his reduction in weight. That is Anumana Pramana. But here the things are opposite. He doesn't eat. At the same time doesn't put on weight. He maintains the weight. In fact, he increases. His weight increases. Therefore, I use the two-step inferences. Two-step inference to arrive at the fact that Devadatta must be eating during the night. Though I don't see him in the night, I don't see therefore eating in the night, I can infer he must be eating in the night. It's a logical. You arrive at this knowledge by your logical reasoning. This is called Arthapattihi. Now you understand the difference between Anumanam and Arthapattihi. Here you cannot apply Anumanam. If you apply Anumanam, he must have put on weight. Anumanam. But he doesn't. Therefore, you cannot apply Anumanam. You have to make one more step to arrive at the conclusion that he must be eating during the night. Therefore, this knowledge that Devadatta must be eating during the night is arrived by Arthapattihi. You cannot arrive at this knowledge by Pratyaksham, ruled out. Anumanam, ruled out. If you apply Anumanam, then the person must have put on weight. Therefore, Arthapatihi is a separate means of knowledge. We use this two-step inference in our day-to-day life. More than even Anumana we use. The operation of the flight and all, it's all only Arthapati. Many things are inferred. Many things are two-step inferences only. The operation of a car, the operation of a flight, many scientific instruments. How do you know that your fuel tank is empty in the car? You see the level of petrol in the tank. You don't have protection. You don't see it. You see the meter. You see the meter in the dashboard. The dashboard, it says the petrol level has come down. Arthapati. You arrive at the knowledge that petrol is not there by seeing the meter, not at the fuel tank. Arthapati. So many things you will see this Arthapati is applied. Another example, these examples I like. Another example, this famous example. This generally we give this Devadatta example. Another example to strengthen your understanding of this Arthapatti Pramanam. I will say another example. When you go to the bed in the night, it was a very hot day. The whole day was very hot, and therefore the roads were dry. It was very hot day. So when you go to the bed in the night, you have this knowledge based on your perception that the whole day was hot and the road were dry. The road is dry. Why? Because it's a hot, sunny day. Now next day morning, you get up, you come out, you come out and you see the street. The street was wet. It was completely wet. Your corridor, your house, everything was wet. How is it possible? Yesterday night before going to bed, I saw everything was dry, and now it has become wet. So wet means water is there. But can anybody would have come and pour buckets of water on the road to make it cool? Not possible. And that too in Chennai it is impossible because of water scarcity. Nobody would have poured buckets of water on the road to make it wet. The whole road, it is wet. Therefore, use your knowledge that the road was dry. That is the knowledge you had when you go to the bed. And now you have another knowledge. The road is wet. How can the road be wet? What is the what could be the possibility? You apply your reasoning, logical reasoning, and what is the fact you arrive at? Previous day it was dry, and now the next day morning it was wet. In between these two things, I don't know what happened. So therefore, you arrive at the conclusion that in the night there must have rained. It must have rained in the night. I did not see the rain. Then how do I conclude that rain must have come? Because the road is wet. That I see. And previously the road was dry. And now the road is wet. Two things are contradictory. Therefore, some cause, unknown cause must be there that you arrive at by applying the logical reasoning. Knowledge is called Artha Pattihi. Two-step inference. This is also like Anumanam is an important Pramanam. All these Pramanams, our Rishis, they know, our ancestors, they know this. And they are beautifully classified into 6 means of knowledge. Any knowledge possibility is because of this only 6. Pratyaksham, Anumanam, Arthapatti, Upamanam, the next Pramanam we are going to see. That is also a valid means of knowledge. And we have seen now there is no overlapping or contradiction between any two pramanams. There is no contradiction or overlapping between pratyaksham and anumanam, between anumanam and arthapatti, between pratyaksham and arthapatti. There is no contradiction. What is proved by one means of knowledge, the other means of knowledge doesn't have any scope, doesn't intervene. Then only we can say a pramanam is a valid pramanam. So today we have gained the knowledge what arthapatti is. Arthapatti means presumption, two-step inference. We will stop here. The next pramanam, upamanam is there. We will see. We will see in the next class. And I wish you all a very happy and prosperous New Year. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha.
धन्यवादः. हैप्पी न्यू ईयर.
धन्यवादः गुरुजी.
धन्यवाद गुरुजी.
Happy New
हैप्पी
Year.
न्यू